Today we're going to make one of these gorgeous coasters. They measure about 9 centimetres across. If you want to make it bigger, just use a bigger hook. I've got a 3mm hook today, and I'm using this Rickarumi yarn. I'll pop the link in the description. So the first thing you need to do is make 6 chain, and then join with a slip stitch into that first one to form a circle. So there's our circle that we're going to work into. We make 3 chains going up, and then we're going to work around this tail yarn here. So what you need to do, I'm working in UK terms, which I'm going to translate as you go if you work in American. So 3 chains up, and then a treble, which is yarn round and in. So treble in UK terms, catch hold, yarn round, pull through 2, yarn round, pull through 2. If you're working in American terms, that's a double crochet. So 19 of these working round the circle, and yarn round, in you go, yarn round, pull through 2, yarn round, pull through 2. If you're a beginner, this is a really good thing to learn to do, because it'll save you a lot of sewing in time in the long run, because you've automatically crocheted it in. So this first set of 3 chain counts as a treble. So in total we need 20 stitches on this round, and there are only 4 rounds in this pattern. They really work up beautifully, especially in this gorgeous cotton, which comes in so many different colours. I love doing little cutesy projects, so if you like short little projects, just give me a subscribe. It really will help my channel to grow. And the odd like wouldn't go amiss, thank you, as I start my YouTube journey. So let's count so far. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in total. So I've counted the 3 chains. I've got 5 more trebles to do. And then when you get to the end, double check you've got 20 stitches in total, and then you're going to join here with a slip stitch to the top of the 3 chain. Okay, so that is our first round done. You can give your tail yarn a little tug just to make sure it's as tight and neat as you can get it. Okay, so on to round 2. We do 3 chains up, and we do 1 treble into the same stitch straight down. So can you see here? 1 stitch into there, and then this is our next stitch. We're going to do 2 chains and 1 treble into there, and 1 treble into the next treble. and then 2 chains. And then we don't skip any because of the chains, we just do a treble into there. Remember, that's a double crochet in American terms. And a treble into that next one. And then we do 2 chain. So this sets the pattern. Treble and treble, and then 2 chain, and a treble, and a treble, and 2 chain. So keep doing that round. Make sure you don't skip any of these stitches from the round below, and I'll meet you back here and we'll carry on. So that's round 2 finished. We just need to join to the 3rd chain with a slip stitch. Make sure it's all nice and neat and flat. So your 3rd round is 3 chain up. So we're working now this second to last round, and what you need to do is make sure I've not done my 2 chain there. Right, let's go, let's sort that out. Yeah, make sure you end with 2 chain here. That's good, that I just realised that then. Right, so start round 3 again, 3 chain up. Okay, this 3 chain belongs to this gap. Okay, so what you're going to do now is a treble into this next gap along, and then another treble, and then 2 chain, and then two more treble into that same space. So I'll show you what you're creating now. You're creating this bit here. Okay, so there are no chains in between each block. So again, so we go 2 trebles into the next space, 2 trebles into there, and then we do 2 chain, and then we do 2 trebles, and then we move on to the next block. So that's your pattern on this round. We go 2 trebles, 2 chain, 2 trebles, and move on to the next one. 2 treble, 2 chain, 2 trebles. So I will meet you back here, and then we'll finish off with this gorgeous cutesy scalloped edge. See you in a minute. So when you get back to the last space, remember these 3 chain act as your last treble in that space. So what we do in this one is we do the 2 trebles, and then we do 2 chain, and then we just finish with 1 treble, which makes the first half of this, and then we find that top chain, and we go in with a slip stitch, and we pull it all together like that. Beautiful. Now we're on to the last round. So this is where we're up to, and for this one we need to do 3 chain, and we're going to kind of skip this bit. We're going to go 6 double crochets. So now I am talking UK terms. If you're in American, it's single crochets. So 6 into this space here. And that gives us that really cute little scallop. You could do this with trebles if you want to, or even half trebles or double trebles, but it makes it more flouncy. I like this kind of just a cute little scallop. So what you do in the next space is a slip stitch. Okay, so that brings it down. In the next space, 6 double crochets or single crochets. That's 6, and then my next space is here, so I'm doing a slip stitch. So 6 in this one. Can you see how beautiful that's starting to look? And when you pop a mug on it or a cup, that little tiny beautiful scallop just kind of curves around the edge of your mug. It's very clever engineering. That's 6, and then into that one we get a slip stitch and then 6 in here. So if you continue on, I shall meet you back round here, and we can finish them off together. So I'm just doing my last double crochet into that one, and then just to finish off we need to find the place to do the slip stitch. If you need to go through the top of those 3 chains, then just find a convenient spot to go through, and it all looks beautiful. So there's your 2, there's your 2, and it should all come together. So take your scissors and fasten that off, and there is your finished coaster. And then this one you can just snip off because we've crocheted it in. So that one's gone. And then with this one, grab your darning needle and we can just take it into the back a couple of times just to make sure it's secure. And I think all I'm going to do now is make another one in this colour. And then I think I might pop them on my Etsy shop and see if I can sell them. So good luck with yours. If you want to show me what you've made, or pop a comment, tell me what colours you've made them from. I'm obsessed, it's my new favourite thing. These ones, so this one is from a really thick crochet cotton I got from Poundland, and I did that in a 4. This one is a double knitting, and I did that with a 4mm hook. This one is some crochet cotton I got from, well, it's DMC cotton, and I did that with a 2.5. It might fit on a Prosecco glass, but obviously it's 7 centimetres, so it's, you know, it's useful for something, but it didn't really work as a coaster for a mug. So where's my mug? There we go. I shall leave you with that little image. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for working through this with me, and I'll see you on the next one.